My boyfriend was asleep, so I wanted to go my ex real quick, so I drove down to the gas station, let him cream pie me, and then I came home to sneak into bed. My boyfriend woke up and then wanted to me, and he started eating me out and told me how good my pussy tastes, and he's eating my ex's cum out of me, and I never told him.
Welcome to the S.Banks&JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm Joe, my co-host,
JD.
So, what are we talking about?
We're talking about fellas. Fellas, grab your passports. Garden tools in full effect.
Wow, that's kind of shady.
Well, hey.
Garden tool.
It is what it is.
Anyways, we have a collection. We have 3 clips for you, but they have a collection of garden tools in them.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I'm spoiling it, but we're gonna. The reason why we say fellas need to grab their passports. Look, don't get me wrong. I love them hoes, man. We love that shit. Most men do. But let me not spoil it.
Fellas, put in the comments if you love them hoes.
Yeah, let me not spoil it.
Put a thumbs up.
Let's jump in and play clip number 1, and then we're gonna come back and give you our thoughts. Without further delay, it's clip number 1.
My boyfriend was asleep, so I wanted to go fuck my ex real quick, so I drove down to the gas station, let him cream pie me, and then I came home to sneak into bed. My boyfriend woke up and then wanted to fuck me, and he started eating me out and told me how good my pussy tastes, and he's eating my ex's cum out of me, and I never told him.
There are lots of boys that want to date me, but do I want to date them? No. Do I want to date the boy that's emotional, available, with commitment issues? Yes. I want him so bad. I want him so bad.
I want him so bad.
A few moments later.
I'm sat in my car and I'm crying over someone that doesn't even care about me. Like, they don't even think about me. Like, they could reach out to me if they wanted and they don't. But yeah, I'm here crying over them.
So you girls know my channel's about manipulating men, taking money from them, playing them. And a lot of comments say, do you ever feel bad? Do you ever think that karma's gonna get to you? The simple answer is no, I don't care. I don't feel bad at all playing these men. No remorse, no feelings towards them at all. Every time I do a guy dirty, the only thing that goes through my head is, did I elevate? Am I in a better position than I was yesterday? Am I happy? And if all those answers are yes, then I did amazing. I could care less. I actually envy myself a lot. If the most smartest people on this earth said, if you don't need to work, then don't work. I found out how to not work and get my business fun just by the way I talk. I could care less about how these guys feel. If their heart's broken because of me, that's something they need to personally deal with. That's their fault for getting their hopes up. Don't care.
Okay, that was the end of the first collection. First thing I want to say is, oh, that's disgusting. She linked her ex. He did it. They did their thing, cream pied her. And if whoever don't know what a cream pie is, Google it. Because I'm going to try to make it PG rating as much as I can, right? So she got cream pied, gone back to her current boyfriend from the ex. Then he went to smash. Then we know the rest. Ew. Now, why do women think it's cute to broadcast these kinds of things? Why do they think that it's a turn on to men? Or some of them even think it's a drop the mic moment, like you done something deep. Of course we want to smash, but we're not trying to wifey. And don't get me wrong, some chicks, they're not trying to be wifey, and I hear you, but it's not cute. But we love them hoes. What do you think on some of those clips?
Yeah, the first one, disgusting. Just, ugh. Makes my skin crawl, literally. Like you said it all in regards to what it is. And you recited what she did and allowed her boyfriend to do. I just think that's bad mind. Now, in that situation, obviously the boyfriend wants to smash after she did what she did.
Yeah.
But that means you actually got in the bed straight away after your ex doing whatever he's doing to you. without going to shower or wipe up or nothing.
Would it have made it better if she showered or wiped up? Because I'm sure she must have wiped up, because it would have been too obvious if she got cream pied. So, would it have made it any better?
No.
She did what she did, didn't it?
But I'm just saying, it's just the thought of the fact that that's happened, and then your boyfriend,
and then you wonder why there's STDs and STIs going around the way it is.
exactly,
'Cause
and
they weren't using no protection. Doesn't sound like it to me.
no, in order for you
Okay.
to get cream pied, you can't use any protection.
With none of them.
No, that's why I say it's disgusting. She's disgusting.
Who's the father? She don't know.
You see, where's Maury when you need him? Listen, like I said, I personally, I just think it's disgusting. That's like very nasty of her to do. I don't know. She could have just made up an excuse or something to the boyfriend.
She could have left the relationship
Yes,
and not been in it instead of
of
doing
course,
what she did.
definitely. But in that moment, you could have just, I'm tired or something, man. You shouldn't have allowed him to do that. Okay, what my problem is how funny she finds it.
That's why I said they think they're cute.
Yeah, she's just like her whole demeanor, laughing. It's like,
Okay.
how's
okay.
that funny? And that's
Okay.
your boyfriend.
That's normal today. What was I reading earlier? I was reading something earlier when it said basically sending nudes is a new way of flirting in today's culture of dating, right?
Okay.
Now, one of my notes is this. Is there any point in relationships in 2022? I've asked that before, and I'm going to keep asking it based on the things that I see. Is there any point? People put in the comments, fellas, are you getting into a committed relationship because these garden tools ain't loyal? Ladies, are you a garden tool? Do you stand out? Are you different? Put in the comments. What do you guys think? Is there any point?
No.
I suppose there is, because there is the diamond in the rough or the unicorn. But if we ain't seen it, then it don't exist. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Look, no one's saying that there are not any good women left. I'm just saying they're hard to come by.
Maybe not in the West.
They're hard to come by. So, is there any point with what I've been seeing? No.
Okay, but let me say this, all right? I hear what you're saying, right? There may be a point in a relationship, there may be not a point, right? But what about the women that don't agree with this kind of behavior? And no shade to those women that do that. If you want to do that and that's your thing, hey, kudos to you. I'm not mad at you. But I'm saying the ones that don't agree with that, they're real quiet. They're real quiet. Where do you meet these kind of women? None of my friends are like this. I haven't heard of this before.
I wouldn't say those are the ones that don't do those things.
You're speaking anecdotal. I'm just saying.
I get where you're going with it. But okay, why do women stay quiet with a lot of things that happen in our community?
No, in the culture. Let's not even say the community.
Okay, in the culture.
Let's say women in general.
Yes. Well, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, because they might think you're talking about the community.
No,
I'm just saying.
I'm the way everyone. But yes. Anyway, why do women not speak on things? Sometimes it's a thing of like, it's really just not my business. So,
or maybe that's how they are. Maybe they've got a family member that they care about and they don't want to see them or say it, because it's kind of like, I'm talking about my friend, my mom, my sister, or whoever in their family. So maybe that's some of the reasons, or maybe you just down with that secretly.
See, all things that you said is a possibility. There's all different reasons why some women just don't say anything. There's different reasons. But I would like to get to how do I say this? The video within the video. Number 2.
Go on.
The second video in that clip. Put it that way, sorry.
That one.
Yeah.
She was
So
gloating.
She was saying basically she wants a bad boy,
Yeah.
a guy that don't want to commit, a
Brad
guy
and
that
Chad, Pookie and Ray Ray.
exactly. That's who she's saying. Yeah, that's the type of guy I want. And then 1 minute later,
Yeah.
crying her eyes out because why do I like guys who don't want to commit or are emotionally unavailable? Well, you already knew that.
But she asked for what she received. And then when she received it, she didn't want it or she didn't like it. So the thing is this. Are modern women poor pickers in men? What do you got? That's a question to you, but what do you guys in the comments think? Put in the comments, do you think women today, or in general, are poor pickers in men? And I'm sure many of you have a friend. She's always whining to you about the same kind of ish. And then you're like, come on, man. This dude don't even look good. You know when women be like, oh, let me show you a picture of this new guy that I'm linking, and then you look at the picture, then it's like, as long as you're happy, you dealing with those kind of men.
As long as you're happy, it means
You know what that means. Ooh, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
ooh, this dude don't have the facilities.
no.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
No shade, no
man.
shade. I'm just saying.
Are modern women or women of today bad apple pickers? Yes, I do think they are. Obviously, not all of them. That's obvious. But the majority, yeah, pretty much, because it's always the same ish. I see it all the time. Girls moaning, complaining about guys. And then when you realize the type of guys that they're moaning about, it's like, really?
But it's always the man's fault.
Yeah, well, yeah. Women don't like to
they
take accountability.
So women being in 10 different relationships with different men. And it's just them, common denominator.
It's you.
And it's always the man's fault.
No,
It's you, sis.
no. In all situations, it can't be just the man's fault. You have to take some form of accountability. You have to say, okay, in this time it was my fault. That time it was the guy's fault. Whatever. But take accountability. Say, yeah, it was me.
You're right. Easier said than done. Let's quickly move on to the final part, right? Now, obviously, I don't know if people have seen this other girl talking about finessing men. She's got a whole TikTok channel in regards to how she plays men. She swindles men out of money. She doesn't care. You know, you got these hashtags, believe all women, me too. And we now know like that. Well, we knew from before, but let's just say 10 years ago, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp would have lost that case because we now know women lie. Women know women lie. But she's saying, I don't feel bad. As long as I played him, I got something out of it. I got this dude, I finessed him so I can fund my business, whatever she wanted to do, right? And she's making tips, blueprints in regards to telling women, younger women particularly, in how to do that. And if a man done the same thing, let's use the Tinder swindler, right? This woman is worse than him because the Tinder swindler, he weren't going around saying, this is how you do X, Y, Z to women. This is how you play chicks. This is how you finesse them.
Did what he did.
Exactly. He just done what he done. This woman has got multiple videos on how to finesse men, how to play men. And on top of that, she says, I don't feel bad about doing it.
She is just a nasty piece of work, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's funny how her channel hasn't been cancelled yet. It's funny it's still operational because
Fully operational.
when you're bashing men, it's fine. No problems with it. But bash a woman, oh my God. It's World War III, literally.
And then women say, oh, we live in a patriarchy. We might live in a patriarchy construct, but come on.
Everything benefits the woman. Let's just be serious.
She's saying how to finesse men.
Exactly.
They made a whole documentary on the Tinder swindler. Look what she's doing. Where's her documentary? I'm just saying.
She's teaching young girls, because it's more young girls that would listen to her. If they're older. Anyway, she's teaching young girls to finesse men, treat them like scum, literally.
Lie on them, me too them.
Exactly. do all these mean things. You're mean. She's mean.
It's jacked up. And the thing is this, right? She's not the only woman I've seen. It's just the one that we happen to play in the clips today. I don't know if you understand anything more before we play some more clips, because we're just warming in. So, yeah, what do you want to add before we jump to the next?
I don't even know what to say about her. It's just so messed up.
People, put in the comments, what do you guys think? Fellas, you grabbing your passports or what? Anyways, man, let's move to the collection number 2.
So I was coming on here to tell y'all how I manipulate these guys, gaslight them, and literally have them pay all my bills all in a mixture of one. So first thing is, you understand how easy it is to get in the mind. These guys are very simple creature thinking. They don't really logical think or go deep into detail like us women. So we can take advantage of that. So one thing that is my favorite, best rule of all, is to not act like their girlfriend. I don't care if they took you on a $500 dinner date. I don't care if they're paying your bills for you or how much you like them or what they told you. Do not act like their girlfriend. You need to have them keep chasing you, and you can't fully give yourself out like that. Even if they want to hang out with you and shit like that, don't hang out with them all the time. Don't tell them your whole life story. Keep them curious. Keep them chasing you. Keep them wanting more. That is my secret, girls. And I can tell y'all how
Before I start this, all the empty pocket boys that want to come here and humble me, go and get some money. Girls, don't you really hate when men forget that you're the catch? When they forget that we can still and always will be able to get man. And we're not bragging, it's just a given. It be the forgetting that be getting to me. Because now I got to remind and show you that I chose you, babe. You never picked me.
Being a whore was an insult. But now, like, I love being a whore. Because, like, if you aren't a whore, what are you even doing? Being faithful? Being responsible? Respecting yourself?
Oh my God, like a drop the mic moment. She done something so deep. As I said, we love them garden tools. Do your thing. Don't mean you're gonna get wifeyed. That's my thought on it. Let's attack the first one. So again, same woman.
The same nasty piece of work.
And I'll use the term woman loosely because, you know, they got the term nowadays, what is a woman? I don't know what she is. Let's call her a demon, right? So, we know if a man made videos like this, it's going to be taken down. That's fine. Sometimes you got to think to yourself, you know what? Keep the videos up, because this will show men. It demonstrates what men been talking about for years. It shows. Now, a lot of men need to wake up and realize, hey, these women will finesse you. They'll me too you. They'll praying mantis you. After they chew you up and spit you out, they'll bite your head off. Right? And then you going to end up wherever your situation may be, because you chose to give into the pleasure of the skin, because they're demons. Listen, I'm sure the girl didn't even blink when she was saying what she was saying, right? But keep your stuff up. It's fine, because we now know what you are, and it will show men the blueprint in how to move. Get married, relationship, 2022. Like crazy.
I get you. I feel you. And I agree with you. But keeping those sort of channels up is not the right move, because these young girls are watching these videos and thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to do that too. No, don't be doing that.
What age group do you think, when you say young girls, what age group do you think they are that are impressionable by these kind of channels? What age group do you think it?
Well, first of all, she doesn't look old. She looks very young.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say she's in her very early 20s.
Let's say she's 25.
And so then the impressionable girls that will watch her stuff is obviously younger than her.
Okay.
So I'm going to say teenage years upwards.
Okay, but is it not up to their parents and their surroundings? And we know their environment is that and the culture is that, right? But is it not up to their peeps to steer them in the right direction?
Of course, yes.
Because you can, I don't know, you can chaperone your child, and kids are like a bowling ball, right? You want them to go a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, but you can't save them fully. They have to walk out on their own and do their own thing. And they're going to be subjected to things of that negative nature. but we just have to make sure that we instill in them morals and values and the outcomes that you want based on what she's telling you. Are you going to get the outcomes in the long run? So you might get instant gratification as far as you might meet a couple of dudes, old geezers that want to pay some money, you know, for some vajayjay. And some of these chicks will be like, I only gave him a kiss on the cheek. They're lying. It's like when chicks go to Dubai. They're getting their back blown out. Where is it? Dealing with all camels and all kind of stuff over there, right? And telling you, I just went over there, you know, I'm an influencer, nothing never happened. Yeah, right. But these young chicks need to think, is that the outcome that I want? And if you're cool with that, we'll revisit the same conversation in about 10 years. Or when you're about 35 or 40, we'll see if you still have the same talking points.
I don't think a lot of young girls think about the future like that. Like you said, it's a new era. This is where it's at right now. These girls are very easily influenced by influencers, like you said already, by celebrities and whatever else is out there. They're very heavily, it's heavy because the social media, which we didn't used to have back in the day. We had internet and maybe music videos, and that's pretty much it.
But those things influenced our era, music videos. But I'm saying, if you come from a good background, and look, there's a lot of channels nowadays that point out, here's the truth, here's a red pill, here's a blue pill. You can be naive to what's going on in the world, or you can choose to go with those kind of people, right? Are you getting the outcomes that you want? Like, for example, right? The chick, the British girl, right? The black one. She's saying that she's the prize. She has to tell us that. If she's the prize, she wouldn't need to broadcast that. The question I ask is, where's your husband? What does he think about that? Does he think get a prize?
You see, what I saw in that video was someone who is not aware, not taught how to act, and she's taught how, she's clearly taught to be strong, independent, you know, stuff along those lines. I'm a boss bee.
I'm a boss, I'm a queen, I'm a diva.
Queen, diva. I'm the catch, I'm the prize. I'm God's gift.
I'm entitled. You got
Entitled.
to meet me up here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's clear, it's very clear as day what the situation is with her, and that's how a lot of these girls are. She is clearly probably in her late teens, very early 20s, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
And we're not targeting her. We're just using her as an example as for a talking point.
Yeah. So I see a lot of these girls on my everyday journeys. That's what I see.
And they influence women with a prize, with this, with that.
And where did they learn that from?
Okay, but women keep women single, right? Let's just say that. Now, with men, if I'm fat, men will say to me, yo, you need to lose some weight, man. If I'm fat and I don't have no money or anything, I know I ain't getting no coochie. I know I don't have no merit. Guys don't say, oh, I'm fat, I'm dusty, oh, I'm a 10 out of 10. We're in reality where you have women, they have how many different baby fathers, you know, they average at best, you know, they're how many different bodies on them, and they say they're a 10 out of 10. So if you're a 10 out of 10, this means there's no room for improvement, right? You're perfect. The last person that was perfect was Jesus. You see what I'm saying? And and what these very same women talk about manifestation, work, faith without the work. So they're chatting S in it. So that's why I say women keep women single. At least with men, it's a thing of, you know what? Yo, bro, you need to lose a little bit of weight, man. What's happening, man? You slipping. But I don't run around being overweight and dusty and saying, oh, I'm going to get a 10 out of 10 chick. I move in reality, red pill or blue pill. Do you choose to be within reality or outside of it? Has the grid in your reality turned off? I'm just saying.
That's true. She said a few things in that video. For me, women will always be able to get men to smash, because she mentioned about, I can find men to smash sort of thing. It's nothing. Do you see what I mean? But a lot of these girls don't actually understand the play properly. all men want to smash.
Or most men.
Being a female, we don't need to have that many. We don't need to have any requirements.
It's easy for you to
get a guy to smash you. Exactly. So
it's hard to maintain them.
Exactly. So when these young girls make these like certain comments, it's like no one's teaching you. No one. There's no one there, because you wouldn't make these statements if there was. So, ladies, the man them will holler at you whether you're a 10 out of 10 or a -10 out of whatever. Okay?
Exactly.
They want to smash. That's it. And they could just smash once. It doesn't matter. As long as he got to smash.
Another notch under his belt.
Exactly. Yeah. He doesn't want a relationship. He just wants to smash, and that is all it is. Stop thinking that, oh, all these guys that holler at me from here,
that he
want
wants
a relationship with you.
He wants you for one night.
Exactly.
Not even a night. And I say a night and be nice.
He wants you for whenever he's finished. Okay. So that's it. Like, just all this pumped up ego thinking, I can get man or whatever. They don't want a relationship. They just want to smash. That's all it is.
And the guys that do want a relationship, it's some simp. It's some dude that those women don't want. But my thing is this. Like the one in the last clip, right? She was saying she wants to be a garden tool, blah, blah, blah. You know, as I said, I love it when they tell them themselves. It's not like you're getting outcomes that you want. It's all fun and games now. But again, as I said, ask them the same question. Do you feel the same way when you're 40, 50, 60, when you're dying alone, when you're a cat lady, or apparently now you can be a plant lady, right? I'm just saying, right? It is what it is. But people put in the comments, what do you guys think? Anyways, and that being said, let's move along to the last collection of the day, and then we'll come back and give you our final thoughts. Here's clip number 3.
I ruined a lot of relationships operating in survival. I left my husband like 4 times operating off of survival. It is so important to unlearn those toxic things that you had to utilize in certain situations to get you by. You have to unlearn it. You will ruin yourself, your life, your kids, the people around you, right? If you do not unlearn those toxic traits and behaviors. I used to run. I ran from anything. Anything. You fucked with me, I'm out. You hurt me, I'm out. I don't gotta deal with nothing. Then I started running in my marriage, and I realized, why are you running? What are you so afraid of? I hate being hurt. I hate feeling like I'm out of control. And that caused me to ruin a lot of good relationships, good friendships, and almost ruin my marriage. That's it. That's the post.
Dating a toxic man is exhausting. Try dating a mature one. That is exhausting. Because you know what these mature men do? They come to you with solutions and communication and reassurance and all of that good stuff. And you know what that fucking means? If I feel like something's not right, that's on me. I don't want that accountability. There's no toxicity. They have no interest in fighting at all. I'm walking in here ready to pop off, and I'm walking out reflecting and healing. Like, obviously, just kidding. Like, I love my boyfriend. Like, I'm out here trying to be a boss-ass bitch being like, hey, I need this. And my boyfriend's like, okay, cool. How can I give that to you? And I'm like, great question. Never really thought about that one. I don't know. I guess I'll go reflect.
So let me get this straight.
What's your thoughts?
Okay, let's start with the first one. Now, she sounds like she's been through it, and she has realized that she's been living in a toxic situation. I don't even know what to call it. It's been very toxic for her.
Okay.
So you need to, she's saying, to unlearn what you've been taught, what you've seen, what you've heard. you need to unlearn it. And I agree with her.
Okay.
Obviously, this is someone who's been in a toxic relation. For those women that's been in toxic relationships or situations or grown up with toxicity and all of that, you need to unlearn certain things you've been taught. So I agree with her there. She's just explaining that being in that environment can damage relationships. So she was saying she ran away from her husband 4 times.
Yeah.
First of all, she's lucky enough to get a husband because a lot of women don't. Because men are fed up with women.
Hence why they're grabbing their passports.
Exactly. So she's lucky in that sense to even have a husband. But the facts that, well, obviously he's stayed around, which is good for her. Because she's left a few times. But I'm happy to hear that she is realizing what the problems are and then trying to fix it. So that's good. But yeah, lots of women are in toxic situations and you need to unlearn what you've been taught.
I hear your perspective. Now, I have a different perspective on the first clip. Now, she ran away from her husband. Translation. I'm going to translate the whole thing.
Okay.
Basically, you thought the grass was greener.
Okay.
You thought the grass was greener. You left your husband. Basically, you went on the CC wheel. Right? You went on the CC wheel because when you left him, what do you think she was doing? So she left her good husband, her good situation, went on the CC wheel, thought that the grass was greener. She thought that I can do better, whatever her situation may be, no matter whatever toxicity she may have been in. So you got your back blown out by Pookie and Ray Ray, whoever. Then you realize, hey, these guys ain't taking me seriously. I was in a relationship. Now I'm someone else's side chick. Now you realize that the dating game is a cesspool. It's a wasteland. I wonder if my husband will take me back. Oh my days. He weren't your first choice. And then you try to blame your toxicity and everyone else. I'm not saying to you there weren't, underlying issues and yada, yada, yada. But we're adults, we're grown people. So you made those choices. So you got your back blown out, try to return to man, and your husband accepted you back like a fool.
Okay, I did not look at it in that way at all.
This is why. Oh
man,
men lead.
I didn't look at it that way. When I watched that, I was thinking, okay, like you need to unlearn things.
Trying to tell man some sob story. Get the F out of it, man. You got your ass played. You thought you could do better, and you try to bring your ass back to your husband because you thinking, raw. How was in a relationship and a marriage? How do you go from being in a marriage to being someone's side chick, or someone's mistress or girlfriend? You downgraded, and women like to date across and up, more up than across. So you got your ass played, and a man took you back. Dudes chewed you up, spit you back out, and then said, return back to the street. And she's thinking, oh my days, now I gotta shake my ass and back home to him, someone she really don't want to be with. Look, women say this, or I've heard the same before. She's real because she came back. How about she's real if she never left?
Gone,
You mean?
Like I said, I didn't look at it like that. I didn't look at it like that. Now you say that, it makes sense. I was just looking at it more in the sense of like, there is lots of toxic stuff and situations. So I was just looking at it from that point.
Men are logical, women are feelings based. That's what you saw.
Yeah.
So she tapped into that emotional side. He was like, because I can understand, and maybe you've got a friend, or maybe you're not perfect and you've done things, and it's like, you know what? I saw it for what it was.
Well, I can't exactly disagree with you because I didn't look at it like that. But yes. Anywho, moving on to the next one.
Before we even do that.
Okay, go on.
How many women can relate to shaking your ass back on home because you couldn't do any better and then your full boyfriend took you back? Put in the comments. Fellas, how many of you have taken your woman back like a fool? Well, let me not say like a fool because you might not want to put in the comments. But listen,
they're not going to do that.
But seriously, I'm joking. I got to give you the entertainment part of the podcast. But seriously though, How many fellas, put in the comments, how many of you have taken your chick back after she's left or whatever the situation may be, and then tried to come back and you've given her a chance? Maybe it worked out for the best. I don't know. Maybe you've got a child of her and you want to make the family work. I don't know. Maybe she's a cool person or she's just a garden tool at heart. I don't know. Put in the comments, guys. What do you think?
Well, yeah, do that. Even though I know the fellas are not going to do that and the ladies are not going to do that. But hey, maybe some will. Who knows? But do put in the comments. Let us know. In regards to the next video, yes. Where do I start? She said a lot. Ladies, okay, there's a question. Ladies, would you prefer a toxic relationship or a mature one? Or a toxic man or a mature man? Because she's saying the difference between toxic and maturity.
No, she's saying a man that's rational, she doesn't want him to be rational. And a man that is crazy and mad, one that she's going to have to carry a strap on the school run for, she's saying, I want to be with him.
Yep. Well,
so then we know that's the reason why men are grabbing their passports, because don't get me wrong, if you want to run through these chicks, I would say, look, some of them look good, god damn, pleasure of the skin, right? But strap up, right? But then you got to think the drama that comes with them, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Now, good is bad and bad is good. So if a guy is just moving on all cylinders, it's a put off. But when a guy is doing whatever to them, being mean, nasty, basically the bad boy,
is a turn on.
I get the concept of the bad boy. I get it, because it's kind of alpha, it's masculine, biologically, it pulls women in. I get it. But we're adults. So you're saying that you'd rather BS and then complain about it like the lady in the first collection. Just saying.
Well, she, from what she said, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that she is with a more mature man who doesn't take her BS. I don't know. I'm just putting out there. Maybe that's the situation. Who knows? But I can see from what she said that she clearly likes toxicity. She likes it. She likes to argue. She wants to fight. She wants to do all of that crazy stuff and cutting up your shoes and whatever else.
Because women are chaotic. They love turbulence. It gets them off. And sometimes when you're in the wastelands and toxicity so long, this frequency seems normal and it's comfortable with that negativity. But again, after time, it does take its toll, because women is meant to be built with harmony, but a lot of these women like to be in wastelands and taking all those toxins. And, you got some chicks where, I don't know, let's just say you had chicks where you've gone to school with them and they've been all in those toxic situations. And when you look at them, it's like, God damn, what happened to you? So it's the truth, man, because they've been around so much negative energy and it just seeps
not aging well
in, and then it comes through your pores and it's like, damn.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Do women even want men who communicate? Do they want men who offer solutions, or do they just want to nag at men?
Not Western women.
And not have no solutions and not know how to communicate and just have drama.
Well, ladies, put in the comments, what do you, because you got things like this. Would you date a 9-to-5 guy, a drug dealer, or a fraudster? And women be like,
a scammer.
Yeah, scammer.
A drug dealer, and then a 9-to-5.
And then later on, when they got, go through Pookie and Rary, Brads and Chads, gone through all the turmoil, toxicity, all those things that some of those chicks have mentioned. Oh, now that they're rinsed out and washed up, screwed and chopped up, they want to say, oh, I want a Russell Wilson. They want to sing Ciara's prayer. It doesn't work that way. Last question I want to ask is this. Fellas, is it time to date overseas? And this is for the men that want to build a lineage. They want, i.e., they want to have children. They do want to have a family, and they do want to have a wife. Because a lot of men argue today that the quality of modern women is just not up to scratch. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some modern women that are just nice modern women. They're not bad people, but they're just nice modern women. They don't know about being traditional. Submission seems like slavery,
That's true.
or it's a bad word or whatever. And some modern women are nice modern women, but they just don't cut it. So some men might say, do you know what? Let me grab my passport and let me date overseas because this is something I want. Some fellas are going to say, you know what? I'm going to stay over here. I'm going to try and make it work. But then they realize it's not working. Hence why relationships have gone down, marriages have gone down based on things that we see. This is normal.
Yeah.
That what we play now. It's nothing's going to shock you, but that's why I think. So my question is, fellas, is it time to date overseas? And this is for the men that want to have relationships and have children and build families and communities. Is the West the place to do it? Put in the
No.
comments, guys. What do you guys think?
I don't think the West is the place to do it. No. I
Okay.
think when you're getting those passports and you're taking those flights overseas, you need to be heading in the opposite direction of the West.
Okay.
But you'll probably get better luck in it, finding a woman that fits your criteria.
Yeah. Okay. Last question I'll say is, ladies, where do you stand on this? Are you down? Like, how do you feel that men want to grab their passports? Men can't deal with this. Are you going to stand out? Are you going to compete for the men that you say you want? Competing for a man means, why am I competing for this man? He's just a man. Or are you a traditional woman and saying, do you know what? We need men. I don't know. Where are you at with it? Put in the comments. That's my final thing for today. I don't know if you want to say the last word.
Word. No, I'm joking. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel, people.
Okay, cool. And that said, fellas, we love them hoes. Anyways, peace. We out.
Peace.
We'll see you in the next one.